All right, Facebook Live users, heads up, big changes are coming, and we're going to break it all down for you today.
Some pretty significant changes, actually.
Yeah, straight from Meta, we've got some news about their video storage policy, and this is a must-know, especially if you're using Facebook Live for anything, that
Yeah,
matters.
it's kind of like you think of Live, and, it's live, right? But they're making Facebook Live more like temporary.
Exactly. It really makes you think about the future of using it.
It does, doesn't it?
Okay, so the biggest change, they're moving away from indefinite storage for live videos.
That's right.
So anything that you broadcast, any new broadcast going forward, is only going to stick around for 30 days.
30 days.
That's it.
And, they're saying this is, to be more in line with industry standards. They want to focus on fresh content. And, that's true. A lot of the views do happen in the first few weeks. But for content creators who maybe have been using it to build up, a library of live videos, or for anyone that wants to go back and revisit something later on, that's a big deal.
It is a big deal. What about, those musicians, the people who use live to connect with their fans, or even educators who have like an online course they're teaching? This could really change their whole game plan.
Yeah, this 30-day limit really raises the question of, is Facebook Live even a good platform for those kinds of things?
Right.
If you're looking long term.
Now, before everybody runs to their computers and tries to save every broadcast they've ever done, hold on a sec. Facebook is being pretty cool about this. They're giving everyone some options and a heads up.
Yeah, good that they're not just wiping everything away.
Right.
And they are. They're being transparent about how this is going to work, which I think is really important when you're making changes that affect people's data.
Yeah. And once they start sending out those notifications, you actually get 90 days.
90 days.
Yeah, to decide what you want to do with your videos.
Wow.
They've given us 3 main ways to actually save those old live videos.
And I think it's really smart that they're giving multiple options,
Right.
because not everyone's a tech expert, and they've made it pretty clear.
Straightforward.
Yeah, so you don't have to be stressed out.
Absolutely. So let's say you have a live video, that one specific video you want to keep. Maybe it's that birthday jam session that you did last year.
Oh, yeah?
You want to keep that one? You can. You can download it, head over to your videos tab. Or if you manage a page, it's the live tab, and you'll find a download option right there.
That's great. What about if you've got like a ton of videos, like you've been using Facebook Live, I don't know, for business, maybe you have a bunch of tutorials or events that you want to keep.
They've got you covered. They have a bulk download option. It's super handy. Lets you download a bunch of videos at once, organized by date range, too.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And they've even integrated this with cloud storage.
Oh, cool.
Dropbox and Google Drive. So you can, keep everything nice and neat.
Nice. So if you're already using those platforms, you can just put all your Facebook Live stuff in there.
Yeah, it's like they're acknowledging, hey, your data is your data.
Right.
Do what you want with it. I think that's huge.
Yeah, that is a really big step, in the whole conversation around data these days and who owns it. It's like they're saying, we get it. This is your stuff.
Exactly.
And you should decide what happens to it.
Exactly. So that's great, but let's say somebody needs a little more time to make a decision. What then?
Well, they thought of that too. They actually have a 6-month extension. So that gives you a total of like 9 months from when you first get that notification.
Wow.
To get your videos saved. So you have plenty of time. You don't need to panic.
Plenty of time.
No need to rush. It's a pretty generous time frame, actually.
It is.
But for some, like you said, it's a game changer.
It is, yeah. How are people going to adapt, I wonder? Imagine, let's say you're a fitness instructor, right? You've been using Facebook Live, I don't know, for years, building your brand. You've got all these workout sessions, connecting with your clients, and then suddenly all that stuff is gone.
Poof.
Yeah, like they're pulling the rug right out. I wonder if this is going to, push people to other platforms.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, there are other platforms that do a better job with long-term storage of live video. I mean, will this be YouTube's time to really take over? Or maybe some new platform will come up. Who knows?
That's true.
That's hard to say. It's a really dynamic landscape. This could change everything. But it's not even just about storage, right? It's about how we, like as a society, view digital content.
Yeah, it's true. That makes you think back to, the early days of Facebook Live. It was raw, it was real time. But now with this whole shift to this shorter time limit, it's kind of like they're saying, well, those moments, they're not really meant to, to be kept.
Yeah. Like, should digital archives even exist?
Right.
If the platforms are saying, hey, this stuff is temporary. It's a really interesting question.
It is. And you also have to think about the whole data storage angle of it all, too. I mean, Facebook's huge, right? And they're dealing with so much data.
Oh, a ton. I mean, imagine trying to keep all those live videos forever. Just the server space alone, it must be a nightmare.
It's got to be expensive too. And think about the energy it takes to power all those servers and maintenance, security.
Yeah.
Makes sense why they're doing this. I mean, streamlining things probably frees up resources too, for them to maybe focus on other things.
Like what?
I don't know. What do you think they'll focus on?
Well, I mean, reels are clearly, something they're pushing. People seem to love them, and they keep adding all these new features, all these new tools.
Yeah, short form videos are like where it's at.
Right. They're easy to watch, to share, and, to make money from for the platform.
Yeah, and don't forget the algorithms. Platforms like Facebook, they're always changing their algorithms
Oh, yeah.
to keep people engaged. And short, like dynamic content tends to do better with those algorithms, right?
Right. So where does that leave Facebook Live? I mean, is it done, or will it, change with the times?
Who knows?
I don't know. But we can look at other platforms and how they've handled similar changes.
Oh, yeah, like who?
Well, look at Twitch.
Okay.
They've built this amazing community around live streaming, but they also get it. They let people save their broadcasts, make highlight reels, even share them on other platforms.
Okay, so maybe there's like a middle ground
Yeah,
where Facebook can like keep that live feeling, but also let people save things long term.
it'll be interesting to see what they do. But right now, I think the most important thing is what can we control?
Right.
And that's how we handle our own content in light of all this.
You're right. It's all about the user experience. It's easy to get lost in all this big picture stuff.
Yeah.
But really, it's how these changes affect us. Okay, so how do we actually make sure we don't lose all those like awesome Facebook Live videos?
Well, I think the key is, deciding what you want to save and how.
Makes sense.
Don't just panic and try to grab everything.
Right. What's the first step?
Look out for those notifications.
Okay, so Facebook's sending out notifications.
Yeah, you'll get them in your email, and they'll pop up on Facebook too over the next few months. So keep an eye out for those.
Don't ignore them.
Right. That's when you need to start figuring out what you're going to do.
Okay, so you get that notification and then boom, 90 days.
Yep, 3 months.
To decide? That's pretty good. Plenty of time.
Definitely no need to panic. And, like we said, you've got options. Download individual videos, download a bunch at once, or just move everything over to your cloud storage.
What if, what if somebody's just overwhelmed? This is a lot to take in.
Yeah, it's understandable. I mean, this is a big change. Take your time, figure out what works best for you.
Right.
There's no rush, really. And if you need more time, remember they have that 6-month extension.
Oh, right.
So that gives you a total of 9 months. Plenty of time.
No need to freak out.
Nope. You've given us the tools. They've given us the time. I think we can handle this.
Yeah. Maybe instead of just saving everything, this is a good chance to really go through your stuff, like a digital spring cleaning.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, look at those old videos and be like, do I really need this?
Right.
Does this bring me joy?
Exactly. Be selective.
Right. Do you really want to keep this? Is it meaningful? Is it important for your business or your work? If so, great, download it.
And if not, maybe it's time to let it go.
Exactly.
It's okay. And hey, we talked about those reels, right? You can make reels out of your favorite live moments.
Oh, yeah. That's a fun way to, give them a second life.
Right. Okay, so just to recap, distress, know your options, and, take charge of your Facebook Live content.
You got this. And like we always say, knowledge is power.
That's right. You've got all this information. You know what's coming. You've got the tools. You can do this.
Absolutely. And we've got all the links to the Facebook Help Center,
Yeah.
the show notes.
Yes, if you need a reminder on how to do any of this, head down there. We've got you covered.
And, as we wrap up here, I think it's important to remember Facebook making this change, it really shows how things are changing online. Like all these platforms, they're constantly changing. Our data is becoming, more complicated. We have to stay informed, make smart choices about our stuff online.
Yeah, this is just, one little part of a much bigger picture. The whole way we create and share and save content, it's changing all the time. Who knows what's next?
That's the fun part.
But it's going to be interesting.
And we'll be here to help you figure it all out.
Absolutely. So thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Thanks for listening.
Until next time, stay curious and stay informed.